Social, cultural, and political group Afenifere Ayo Adebanjo is dead. Aged 96, he died on Friday at his Lekki residence in Lagos. Until his demise, Ayo Adebanjo was a foremost figure in Nigerian politics with deep commitment to the ideals of democracy, justice, equality, fairness, rule of law, and the restructuring of the Nigerian nation. Well, joining us on the News Hour this Friday to take a look at the life and times of the late Ayo Adebanjo, we're joined by former National Publicity Secretary of Afenifere, Mogaji Adejumo. Many thanks for coming on the News Hour. Just like me, it was with a shock, even though he was 96, to hear of the passing of Pa Adebanjo.
Shocking, but the late sage and scribe, for he actually started his life as a journalist. I was just telling a few of my colleagues that his pen name in those days was Mickey Mouse, because he was larger than life. He used to tell us that his transition was just at the door. We would get up to Baba and say, no, don't tell us that, we need you more. And we say, well, that will be your wish. But as it is, he would forever believe that he's done his bit and the rest is left to us. Was he very happy the way things have turned out to be? Definitely no. But I believe his consciousness, even from the great beyond, which has shaped our past and has shaped our present, will continue to still shape our future positively. Or as some of us can, we will continue to go on with this struggle. Definitely, it is an end to an era, but the beginning of yet another.
Adejumo, what were some of the key moments in his activism and leadership that stood out for you?
For me, I would say that he started his life even as a Zikist. That is a bit hard to believe. These were men who had values, who had the ideology in them. They saw all that could lift a nation up, but the nation was steep deep in the colonialism and every evil that came with it, the lopsidedness of the colonialists, the particular way they frowned upon the elite, and the way they panned and they kind of genuflected to those who would forever believe that the British actually left them to rule the whole real estate called Nigeria. So he started his life in that struggle. Like I said, he was a journalist before he became a lawyer, and he was never out of the trenches. For me, a particular moment stood out, and that was in 1996, June to be precise, when the late Kudinat Abiola was assassinated, and the late Abacha, in his, shall we say, wisdom or whatever could we call, having to have had Baba Adebanjo arrested, and a very consequential event followed, in which Baba Adebanjo called him out and said, you pretend to be this strong man that will send people to go and kill other people. If you are not such a coward yourself, pick up your gun and shoot me. I only owe you a bullet. And maybe for the first time in his life, Abacha couldn't pull the trigger. So that will stand out. But many things stood out too. This was a man that was accused of treasonable felony. In 1963, Awolowo was put in jail. He went to Ghana, and he was with Nkrumah. But when the soldier struck, the Nigerian government asked for him to be brought back to Nigeria to serve his term. So he too ended up in jail and was still in jail even after Awolowo.
So
many things
so much
for me.
Definitely so much to talk about, but we'll probably go on for another hour talking about the life and times of Pa Adebanjo. Many thanks for coming on the program. We'll be speaking with Mogaji.
I've been waiting for 55 years, and we could have.
Yeah, all right. Well, there'll be plenty of time to do that. We'll be speaking with Mogaji Adejumo, formerly of Afenifere, looking at the life and times of the late Pa Ayo Adebanjo.
And that's the news on